to Manifest on Purpose. My name is Kimberly Williams. I am a mindset consultant specializing in manifestation. I help you align your mindset with the things that you desire in your life to help you manifest in your life. So what are you waiting for? Come on, let's go. Let's manifest on purpose. Hello. Happy Friday, everyone. I hope everyone is doing okay. And happy early Valentine's Day for those of you who celebrate. I know not everybody celebrate, but happy Valentine's Day to those of you who do celebrate. And speaking of Valentine's Day, I just want to take a moment out of this morning to let you know that I'm so thankful and grateful that you are here listening to this channel. For those of you who this is your first time coming here, allow me to introduce myself to you. My name is Kimberly Williams. I'm a manifestation mindset coach. I specialize in helping people align their mindset with the things that they want to create in life. A lot of times we try to manifest or create our best life. We should always be working towards creating our best life for us. Sometimes, however, instead of creating life, we allow life to create us, and that's where I come in. I help you go back and get to the bottom of all of those things that are keeping you blocked, that's keeping you from getting to where you want to be in your life. I help my clients get through those difficult times in life so that they can grow to their fullest potential. Because Valentine's Day is coming up in a few days, I thought, what better time to talk about love? So we're going to talk about love today. Mostly when we think about love on Valentine's Day, we think about love with our partners, love with our mates. However, there are so many different types of love that we can experience, even on a day-to-day basis in our lives. Love is one of the most powerful emotions. It's a very strong emotion, and you have to be careful with how you use it, because it could go up or it could go down. It could take you either way, but you have to be in control of that. And that's what I want to start talking about. There's a couple of things that I know to be true, and that is that we're all connected. Not only are we all connected, love is a part of our existence. Love is who we are. We come here with a purpose to love. And that's something that it doesn't mean just in a romantic relationship sense. It talks about loving everything that we're connected to. Manifesting love in our lives is no different from any other thing that we manifest. There are steps that we go through. There's a process to it. And there are rules to the game. The very first rule to the game is you have to first be able to put yourself first. When I say put yourself first, we come here in this skin suit. I like to call it the skin suit. This skin suit is not perfect. We have shadows. We have things that we hold on to that people may not even know about. There's sometimes a lot of deep work that needs to go into our own lives before we can extend anything positive to anybody else. So it's important to take time out for yourself and really learn yourself. The word love tends to get thrown around pretty loosely now. Love is becoming almost like an automatic emotion that comes full of conditions. I love you if you do this. I love you if you don't do that. Really? Is that true love? The next time you tell someone that you love them, ask yourself, are there any conditions? And if there are, what are the conditions? When you find this out to be true, then it's time to go back to the drawing board, which takes me back to what I said in the beginning. This whole journey of love starts within. It starts with working on yourself, getting yourself to be the best person that you can be, because out of that person you can learn how to love other people. It's about getting deep in within yourself and learning how to first know and love yourself unconditionally. We've been conditioned for so long. This is a programming. We've been in this state for so long that we don't remember sometimes how to love ourselves. We have to go in and teach ourselves how to love ourselves. We're all here to evolve. And evolution should be constant and it should be consistent, meaning we always should be working on ourselves, because as long as we're in this skin suit, we're never going to be perfect. But we can work towards perfection. We can work towards making our lives better. And it starts within, knowing who you are, knowing the things that you love in your life, knowing the things that you want in your life, being able to look around and appreciate this gift that we have. Because life is just a gift. Oftentimes we take it for granted. We wake up, we just start our normal day, and we forget we have been gifted with another day. We have created another day for ourselves. That's a reason to be excited. That's a reason to be happy. Those things, that gratitude, it brings love into our lives, because when we are in gratitude, we can love unconditionally. One of the techniques that I like to use is healing the reflection. This is so significant because the relationships that we're in is always a mirror for us. When we're going through situations in our relationships in life, we keep seeing things that we don't like in other people that keep attracting to us. We have to first look into the mirror to see what that reflection is, what is being revealed to you at the time. Study yourself and find out what that is. When you study yourself, you don't fix it by fixing that person or fixing that circumstance or situation. You fix it by starting to fix that within you. Once you fix those things within you, it'll free up the energy around you, and you'll begin to attract different things. What you begin to attract next is according to that energy that you put out there, or the things that you're looking for, because we have a lot of beliefs sometimes that make us think limiting thoughts about love. You've heard them. Men are no good, or women are gold diggers. Sometimes we hear these things and we hold on to them and don't even realize the impact that it has on our lives. So it is important also to look at these beliefs that you have about relationships. And one of the biggest misconceptions about relationships, again, and I'm going to go back to it, is that relationships are just about romantic relationships. No, we have to learn how to deal with people on every level, because we're all connected. There's so many different types of relationships here. Some people come into our lives for a season, and some people come into our lives for a lifetime. I think a lot of people get confused about that. A lot of people take things that are only supposed to be seasonal and try to take it into a lifetime experience, and it doesn't work. That person is there to teach you something. Every bad experience that you go through is a learning moment, a teachable moment. So be grateful for it and in gratitude for it. One misconception about love is that we need someone to complete us. It sounds good. The Prince Charming stories, the Princess and the Frog, it sounds all good. But the truth about it is, do you know who you are? You are a creator. You don't need anybody to complete you. How can you complete something that's already whole? So you should be working towards that space of not finding someone to complete you, but first be that completion. Complete yourself. Make sure that you're whole. Make sure that your well-being is where it needs to be. And when that happens, the doors will start opening up for love to come through. It starts with you first, just like any other step in the process, any other thing that you're trying to create. It always starts with you. So don't look for someone to complete you. You complete yourself first. It's not supposed to be two people looking for someone to complete them and they get together. No, it's supposed to be two people that are whole, two people that are already complete, that comes together. They join forces. There's nothing more powerful than two people coming together, harnessing the power of true love. Another practice that I recommend people do is to raise your standards, not your expectations. Raise your standards. People will love you no more than you love yourself. So you need to pour that love on yourself first. When you pour that love on yourself, it gives somebody a measurement of how much they should love you. If they see that you don't completely love yourself, if they see that you seem to be broken in some spaces, if they see that you're not at your best self 100%, then they're not going to give you no more than what you give yourself. We're communicating in everything that we do, even when we don't even know that we're communicating. So the energy that we have for ourselves and the things that we don't like about ourselves, these things pass on to other people. They see that, they recognize that, and they use that as a guide of how to treat you. If they see that you're loving yourself 100%, they know that they have to come to you in a way that reflects that, in a way that displays that. This is all about setting the tone in a relationship. This is how we set the tone. It gets confused sometimes because it seems like to some that setting the tone is the expectations of the relationship. How is a relationship supposed to be? When you look at society today, the way they feel about relationships are not the same way that they felt about relationships years ago. We are constantly evolving. Some people, however, are still stuck in the past trying to do things the old way, but the old way doesn't work anymore. So what is the right way to be in a relationship? The right way to be in a relationship is all up to you. It's your perspective. When you determine for yourself what a true relationship is, it will come back to you. But don't get caught up in thinking that things have to be a certain way. Things have to look a certain way. Most of these perceptions on love and how relationships should go comes from different belief systems. Some people feel like it's supposed to be you go through the courting phase and you get married and you have children and you live happily ever after. But we know that it doesn't always happen that way. You have to define the relationship for yourself. What is your ideal relationship? This is where setting your intentions come in at. It doesn't have to be that same format. Of course, it can be if you would like for it to be, but don't think that if your relationship is not like that, then your relationship is broken or there's something wrong there. You have to determine what type of relationship do you want to be in. It goes a lot deeper than what most people may think. I feel as if we're all here connected on a soul level. We come here purposely to help each other learn different things. The person that you are in a relationship now may be someone that you may have dealt with in a previous life. This may be someone that you agreed to upon coming here that you would help out. In order to be that completely, we can't be judgmental. We can't judge people for the things that they do because, as I said earlier, we are not perfect in ourselves. So we can't expect other people to be perfect, and we can't expect that our relationship is supposed to be the way that people envision this perfect relationship. There's so many different types of relationships that are different than the normal relationship structure. This topic of love also makes me think about another thing. When we have children, we say we love our children in a certain way. There's a different type of love we have for our children than we have for anybody else. Same thing with our mates or our spouse. There's a different type of love that we have for those people or our parents than we have for anybody else. Why should it be that way? We should be able to love everybody on the same level, no matter what they do, no matter who they are, no matter what they go through, their flaws, their imperfections. We should love them no matter what. Being judgmental is something that can hold us back and something that can block us. The reason why is because why are we so judgmental about what a person does and how they choose to live their lives? We may be that person that's designed or purposed to be put in that person's life to change their ways, to make them a better person, to help them grow on another level. We can't say, okay, I've grown to a certain point, so I can't help anybody else. No, that's not how it's supposed to be. There's times that we can help people. Now, let me tell you, this does not mean be abused, be mistreated. This means none of that. This means that you have the ability to be able to step up above and rise above to help people that are in need of help. When they are coming to you, sometimes they may be crying for help. It may be a plea for help when they get sent to you, and you may be the only person in this lifetime that may be able to help them. So keep your eyes on that. Watch that judgment, and it comes in so quickly. Judgment can come in and set so quickly. We see it all the time, whether it's with our races, our gender, our nationality, our culture, what we choose to believe in. What it all boils down to is when looking for love or anticipating love, you are to become that person that you want to attract. If you want to attract a loving and caring person, be that person. The same goes in the opposite direction. If you want to be verbally abusive, then you're going to attract a verbally abusive person. Be careful with the way that you treat others. Be careful with the way that you think, the way that you act, because every time you think, act, or do anything, you are attracting that back to you. If you feel like you're having any issues in your relationship, remember what I said. Look in that mirror. Be that mirror for a moment and look at it and say, what about this behavior is similar to some of my behaviors that may need to be adjusted? Those things can be done. Don't place unreasonable expectations on people. Remember, you are a person that wants to live a free life. You want to be able to do things the way that you want to do it. At least that's how you should feel. That's how you should be living. You want to be able to enjoy life the way that you want to enjoy it without feeling like you're bound down, without feeling like you're restricted, without having to change for other people. You should want to be yourself, and that is what you should be working towards. When you think about that, how would the shoe feel on the other foot? You have to extend that same courtesy to the people that you deal with on a daily basis, the people that you are in relationships with. You have to let them be who they are. And you have an option. You can either say, okay, this is who you are. I'm going to accept this. We can work through this. Or you can say, no, this is not for me. Let me attract the person that is really for me. What you can't do is punish that person for being who they are and wanting to be who they are, because that's the very same thing that you're striving to do and striving to be. It is very unreasonable to look for a person or find a person and expect them to change according to how you want them to be. It should be the other way around. You attract that person because you love them for who they are. If it's not happening that way, then it's just like holding that person captive. It's just like holding them hostage. It can make that person's life miserable. When you think about that, would you really want that for your life? There's a reason that love is the highest emotion that we can use to manifest with. The reason is we are love ourselves. We are. And when we're walking in that, when we're aligned with that love, we become unstoppable. We get whatever we want. We attract whatever we want, and we're going to be happy with it because it was all done through love. I'm sitting here as I'm recording this, looking at a picture that's on my wall, and it says, "Love grows here." And it's so special how this picture just sits on my wall. It's been here for over a year now, and I rarely even look at it, but today my eyes are drawn to this picture. Love grows here. And if you really want to know who I am, that's truly who I am. Love grows here. Learning how to truly love is not the easiest thing in the world because of all of the programming and the way things are happening in society, but it's very much necessary, and it's something that we need to continue to work towards to continue to grow in that area. I can say that the journey is worth it, because when you get to that state where you can truly love people, not just for what you can see on the outside, not just for the material things or the physical things, then that's when you are truly looking at the world through the eyes of God. So I want to encourage all of you, change your perspective about people. No matter what they've done to you in the past, change your perspective. Yes, it hurt you, but you made it through. And I'm sure that whatever it is that you went through, you learned something from it. Not saying that it wasn't hard, not taking anything from that at all. What I'm saying is you help yourself when you continue to be able to move through it. Guys, I want you to enjoy this weekend. Have a wonderful weekend. I want you to think about some of these things. Think about love. Can you really say that you can look at the people around you and love them through the same eyes as you love your child, your spouse, your parents? That's the true challenge. Once you be able to do that, it becomes freeing and it becomes enlightening. Until next time, manifest on purpose.